video's probably not gonna be that good, I must confess. I don't know quite how to place this other than that I am feeling off. Nothing's necessarily wrong, but there's nothing necessarily right either. I'm off balance, off center, out of whack, screws loose, I don't know. I don't know, I've had my coffee, I'm not a pipe tobacco, maybe I just need that. Feel like I should probably go for a walk, but don't want to leave the house with no purpose. Okay, where do I go? Seriously, where do I go? I have an extra person in my party. Do I go here? Yes, I cut this open, okay. Yeah, as I said, I'm feeling off, so this is probably going to be terrible commentary, but considering the, nature of the game I'm playing, I doubt your standards of entertainment are that particularly high. This is, odd. Anyways, yeah, I'm just doing this because I feel like I need something to do, but I don't want to necessarily do anything. It's quite the odd feeling. Where do I go? Do I go here? Yes, I go here. Also, how... Like, one thing I don't understand, we cut the doors, and they open automatically. Shouldn't they need to be pushed? Be forced out? I reached a checkpoint, and it's not even been 3 minutes, or 4 minutes, okay. I am going to switch to my, rifle because I feel like there's going to be some long range crap going on. Oh, great, there's people shooting at me and I just walked right into them. Son of a bitch. I am stupid. Very, 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 very stupid. Where do I go? Yeah, you can... Well, I can die, okay. You can tell I haven't played a lot of first-person shooters in a while, and most of what I do play are just generic crap, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, shit like that. I don't really have high standards for a first-person shooter. To me, they're just generally mindless fun, and I refuse to pay any more than $30 for them. Usually I only pay $25. Doesn't matter how good it is. Doesn't matter what the genre is. I just don't really consider first-person shooters to be something I should be willing, something that should be paid a significant price on. For example, I have no problem paying full price for an RPG. Examples being pretty much anything Elder Scrolls I don't mind paying full price for. Fallout, I usually pay full price for, but I usually wait for the Game of the Year edition, so now with everything having a subscription and shit like that, it's pretty much a why bother. JRPGs I don't mind paying full price for so long as they're what I want, and that's retro, old school JRPGs. The way they are now, I am not a fan of. It's why I usually prefer my JRPGs to be ironically on handheld devices. I don't like the ways the new games are played. I don't like the new combat system. Like pretty much after Final Fantasy X-2, when JRPGs became a bit more streamlined and not turn-based combat, I went, okay, I don't really like this. Not that I don't necessarily like the way the new JRPGs are, it's just well, for one, to be honest, I don't really consider them a JRPG. They're a new genre, new style of game that's kind of JRPG-like, but not quite. It's also why I'm very hesitant to play the Tales games. Because the Tales of games, I can't really think of any Tales of Vesperia and shit like that. Is this guy armored or something? Yeah, this guy's armored. And I'm out of health, so he did pick up a health pack. Oh, a full health pack, okay. That's a relief, so all I really lost was, my armor, which was pathetic to begin with. But yeah, I don't mind paying full price for those games, though I do admit my, admiration for open world games like Mafia, Grand Theft Auto, shit like that. It's getting less and less to the point where when I hear or see something being advertised as open world, I kind of go, oh shit, not this crap again. Is it just me, or are open world games slowly replacing the first person shooters as there's just simply too many of them? They're oversaturated and there's just not many that are good. Because when they first came out, I adored them. I played them a lot. I put countless hours in them and just had fun with them. But now, the only recent open world game I can honestly say I even like that has been released recently is Shadow of Mordor, Lord of the Rings. The Batman Arkham games don't appeal to me at all. I'm very hesitant to try any of the Assassin's Creed because the Well, the first Assassin's Creed, I enjoyed the first time I played it, and the second time I played it, I thought to myself, oh my god, what the hell am I doing? It was a chore to get through, and recently that's what I feel open world games, or at least third person open world games are becoming. Not a pleasure, but a chore. Do I really have to talk to all these people? Do I really need to do these collectathon missions all over again? Do I really need to grab this? Do I really need to do the same damn thing over and over and over again just because of plot significance, or I need to do it, or I need the money, or the experience, or whatever? It feels an awful... Actually, no, it doesn't feel like it. Let's be honest. It is. It is pretty much nothing more than padding. And, well, I don't really mind padding depending on precisely how it's done and the like. When it comes to certain games, there's simply too much of the same shit of padding and not enough variety. And I am dying. I am so dying, and I died. Okay, but yeah. With Assassin's Creed, there's too much of the same type of padding in... Well, I've only recently started playing Grand Theft Auto 5 after essentially a very long hiatus, and again I feel like there's an awful lot of padding, especially considering the fact that there's supposed to be multiple characters. It's just for so many multiple characters, it feels like I'm playing the oh, what's that guy's name? I've already forgotten. That's how insignificant they've become. The crazy redneck guy, I've already forgotten his name. And I feel like I play him way more often than I do anybody else. What else? It's fun, don't get me wrong, but Grand Theft Auto, well, I started off with Vice City, San Andreas, even Grand Theft Auto 4, which I had mixed feelings about. I played those games for pretty much hours straight. Grand Theft Auto 5, I play for a while, I get bored with it, I play for a while, I get bored with it, and it collects dust, essentially. And for a game that's supposed to be as big and as open world as Grand Theft Auto 5 or Assassin's Creed and what have you, I don't feel like there's enough to do. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff to do, but it's all the same crap, just a different location. It feels like, you know, everything has to be open world now. Everything has to be open world. It can't be linear. It can't be this. It can't be that. It can't have a clear, defined path. It all has to be open world or it's crap. And I don't like it. Like, it's okay to have open world for some games, but not everything. It's fine to give game players or whoever is playing it a sense of direction, some guidance, some sort of path to follow. Otherwise, what's the point? Not everything has to be expansive and open world. Can you imagine if a platformer were open world? That new Mario game for the Switch, I feel, might be open world, and I feel very hesitant about that. It's one of the reasons why I was never a fan of 3D platformers. I don't like... Who is calling me and why do I care? You know what, screw it, I'll just ignore it anyways. I feel like there should be some sort of linearity. Like, you know, in games like open world RPGs like Skyrim and Fallout, what have you, you know. They plop you in wherever and you go explore, but there are side missions. You still have a sense of linearity, a compass, okay, this is where I want to go, should go, if I want to do this right now. But let's go explore this place instead. And it seems that nowadays it's just a matter of, okay, it doesn't matter what kind of game it is, or even if it has any business being open world or non-linear, I am going to make everything open world and give it a false sense of non-linearity because that's what's big right now. And it's getting it so that the once great third-person open-world games are now becoming the new Call of Duty, the new oversaturated, push them out every year kind of crap. I don't like it. I honestly don't. I feel like it's cheapening a genre of game which has no business being that cheap. Anyways, I reached a checkpoint, so you know what, screw it, I'm going to end it here. Take care, everybody.